What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Nikkei versus the JPY index. So that's the US dollar. This one comes to us at the request of Mr. Hat. You won't find this if you type it in. You have to type in Nikkei Spreadex, right? Click on that, and then dash USD JPY right here. Have it all together. And this is the chart that we get. So looking at this here, as per Mr. Hat's request, he said that he's intrigued as to whether or not it will come back to the daily time frame wick, also higher high or lower low next on the monthly time frame. So we're going to go over that. So on the daily, I'm assuming this is the big wick, right? Are we going to go above that or go below that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't pretend to know, but looking at the daily RSI, you seem pretty resilient, right? Very neutral for a while, had no problem getting overbought. You don't like to be oversold even with this flash crash out. And I feel like this whole situation, what caused the market correction this past week, I feel like it's not overplayed. I don't want to use the word overplayed because it is serious. But I think it's come around to be something that's not as big of an issue as people might have expected it to be. Something that more or less resolved itself as quickly as it happened. It's a little bit preemptive to say that, in all fairness. We could still go down. Absolutely we could. But I'm not so sure that we do. Looking at this on a weekly time frame, I just want to look from this high to low. What do we got going on? Weird stuff, so we're not even going to look at that. Low to high here. Right down to your 786. That could be it, man. That really could have been the low. I don't know if you do. Here's my thoughts, Mr. Hat, and anybody watching this. My thoughts are that you do continue to move down. You're not going to move down lower than this low. Maybe you do, but probably not. But it's going to be some time. Weeks, days, months, maybe. And you're going to just whittle your way down, slowly but surely. Any like sudden slips you have will just get bought and right back up, and then you'll have a sudden rip, and then it'll get sold right back into. You're going to consolidate and wiggle your way down, probably over this month of August, or maybe even longer, right? And then once you get down toward these lower ends, and when I mean lower ends, I mean if you like looked at this wick, this candle and wick right here, if you put like a mark right in the halfway point of it, like right here, maybe even a little higher, but whatever, that's probably where you're going to go. And look at that. That's like right in your 618, 69 zone right there. 225 to 223, somewhere in there. This is versus the USD JPY, so that's not relevant really to anything. So, Mr. Hat, to answer your question, no, I don't think you're going to go below there. Yes, I do think you're going to move lower. Now it's a matter of higher highs or lower lows, huh? Well, we said no to the lower lows already, right? Determined. So I'm going to guess higher highs then. Both in this sense and in this sense, technically. That'd be my best guess. What about this chart versus BTC's all-time history index? Maybe let's do this in a different way so that it makes more sense on the eyes. Right, actively comparing it to Bitcoin versus itself. Topped off a little before, topped off a little before. A month each time. Topped off after this time. Topped off on the same month there. They kind of move together, don't they? Correlation. Positively correlated most of the time, and that makes sense, right? That makes sense. So, and we're in a very strong phase of positive correlation right now, and of course we are. It basically Crypto looks the same as this chart did, right? I think Bitcoin even dropped to its 786 as well. Anyways, man, I'm going off a whole bunch of different tangents right now that might not be too interesting or relevant for most people, but yeah, I think this thing does move higher. All that to say, that was kind of the point of that last bit, was if they're correlated. And I think Bitcoin's going to break out to new all-time highs. So then, yes, I would think this moves out not just to new highs, relatively speaking, here in this channel, but new highs overall as well. Probably correlated with Bitcoin breaking out to that 100K area, probably, just based off of what we've seen. But anyways, yeah, I like your monthly RSI. I like where it's postured. Weekly RSI is neutral. It doesn't really bother me. Bouncing off the 40, not a bad look. Bouncing off your 123 moving average with that strong wick, a lot of volume, eating it up. Looks great. That's what they call a dragonfly doji, isn't it? Daily time frame, I don't like the RSI, but it does look like a pretty strong recovery, and I'm somewhat confident that you don't eat that. You might, over the rest of this month, maybe even into September or later, move down slowly but surely, keeping that indecisiveness, that wonderment of, is it going to go lower? Is it going to go higher? Was this the low? Was it not the low? Keeping that in people's minds throughout the whole time. And then finally, when people are over it and it's not that big of a deal anymore, which I already think we're basically there. But as it, like, time goes on, people will start to forget more, and that'll be a perfect time to ignite. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just continues to move up. Maybe it's having a V-shaped recovery right now. At any rate, I do expect it to go higher. I just wouldn't be surprised if it moved down over the coming days. That's all, if not the coming weeks. So with that, I leave you. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you got something out of it. I know I did. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.